Okay, you're gonna explain the dream.
What, the dream? Yeah. What do you mean? I made a soup. It was an acorn soup. You threw it away.
Why did I throw it away? Come on.
Because the lid that I put it in, the jar that I put it in, had a picture of an acorn on it. You were like, you can't eat acorns. Acorns are poisonous. I know they're not. Acorns aren't poisonous. Like, what are you talking about? You know this. Like, who am I talking to right now?
But it was a dream, Kamal.
I understand it was a dream. I know that. I know you didn't throw in my acorn soup, but you did. And I'm pissed.
How long did it take to make that acorn soup, babe?
3 days. 3 days. Yeah. Imported ingredients, and there was a weird truffle in there that didn't exist in this world, apparently. I didn't even get to taste it, man.
Are you mad at me?
Yes.
No!
Not at you, but at you.
Oh, because Dream me through your acorn soup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm quite distraught. It wasn't even a lot of soup. I can understand if you like poured out like some of it and I was able to catch you in time. I only made enough to like serve me, so I put it in a smaller container.
You didn't even make enough soup for the both of us in your dream?
No, you didn't. You said you didn't want it in my weird soup. It's like, acorn soup. It's edible. Let me try this.
Acorns are edible. I'm not saying
I know. I know you're not. But damn it.
Apparently, Dreamy is argumentative.
No.
No?
No. Grimmu's nice. But she says some weird sometimes.
While awake, you said some weird shit.
Yeah, but like acorns aren't edible. What are you talking about?
Alright, so for our first soup, we're going to start with one of my favorites. It's a sausage white bean potato. You're going to see a couple different variations in the soup if you look up a recipe on the internet. And I've gone from cut up sausage to ground sausage. I unfortunately had to use a Jimmy Dean ground sausage, which I wasn't too super of a fan of using. I prefer to get like an Italian sausage, like a mild or a sweet one, take it out of the casings and use that instead, but my local store didn't have that. So I start off first heating up my Ninja. This is just a all-in-one crock pot, instant pot. You can saute and make soups in it. So that's what I'm doing here since it's easier to film. So I've thrown some oil in. You're gonna see this is kind of a condensed video, but I've got the oil warmed up. I've sliced up thin half of an onion, added about maybe 3 cloves worth of minced garlic, and I'm just gonna let those get nice and translucent and fragrant. And I'll just keep giving that a stir every now and again. The downside to the Ninja is the heating element kind of like ranges from like a low, mid, medium high. So I have to futz with it a couple times during the course of the video, but I've got my onions going. They're getting nice and translucent. And then I've chopped up my potato. I've used Yukon Gold here. I chopped up three small or medium-sized Yukon Gold, just kind of bite-sized pieces, easy to eat. And then once my onions and my garlic were pretty much sautéed and translucent, I got that Jimmy Dean mild sausage out, and I was going to start to brown that. So you'll see me just chopping it up and spreading it around the bottom of my Ninja sauce pot here. So now that it's completely browned, I'm going to add some flour. It's about a tablespoon and a teaspoon of paprika. I use smoked paprika. And then I'm going to just mix that all up again. Scraping up that fond on the bottom of the pot. Add some flavor. I'm going to see the camera get a little steamy. So now you're going to take your chicken stock or chicken broth. You can use vegetable as well. Whatever you pretty much have on hand. I think it's like 4 cups in one of the Kirkland brand stock containers. So I filled up my 3 cups of stock, kind of slow poured that in, and mixed my ground sausage just to spread out all the flour that I'd sprinkled in there. You see me just scraping the bottom. And then I'm going to add pretty much the rest of this stock now. So the beans I'm using 2 different types. I'm using a regular navy bean, which I have emulsified with my emulsion blender, and that's just to thicken the soup. I prefer to do this because I feel like it adds way more thickness, and on top of that, it's going to add way more protein to your soup. So you're getting that protein content there, not just with the beans that we're going to add whole. So you'll see me just mixing that emulsified blended bean mixture in there, and you can do that with a blender. I just have an emulsion blender, makes it a lot easier. So I'm gonna test this potato here. Again, I use a fork because knives can be a little bit misleading. Yeah, broke apart, pierced it really well. That's pretty perfect. So you see I just kind of adjusted the heat again because it's starting to boil up. So now that we've got the navy beans pureed and added in there to thicken the soup, I'm going to get the cannellini beans out, and I basically just give them a quick rinse in a colander, and then I'll add them. So I've added them in, and then once those are added in, I'm going to add in quite a bit of kale. I want to say that was like half a bag, a giant bag of kale. And I want this to get nice and wilted. I went in and tried to remove all the stems because they can be a little bit firm. Normally I would use my own kale in my garden, but we were done with kale. We had nowhere. So I got the bag of the organic kale. It was already pre-cut, and then I went through and I can see I missed one just looking back at this video. But then I'm basically just gonna stir it in. I want it to get underneath the liquid of the soup here. And don't let the stock pot convince you otherwise. There's a lot of soup in here. I mean, that is a big, the Ninja 12-in-1, 13-in-1 Instant Pot. It's a big guy. So there was quite a lot of soup in here. So we're gonna let that just wilt down for a little while just so it's nice and softened. I'm gonna use just a random glass lid. You'll see that I'm adding my salt and my pepper to taste here. I'm just seasoning with the heart. Mix that up. And there's my little thing of pepper. Had to go buy more after this. We give it another really, really good stir. You can see it's kind of at a simmer. It's not truly boiling anymore. And then I just add a splash of lemon. You don't have to do this. But I added a little splash of lemon in there. Just for some added acidity. I feel like it also helps make the kale a little bit more tender. And then I had some half and half. And I'm going to take a cup of that. And add that to my pot, and you're going to see that nice creamy color. Some recipes say to use cream. I just go for the half and half. A little healthier here. And you can add orzo if you want. Orzo's a good one to go with this, or you can just do what I do and have it with the beans and the potato. I don't bother with a pasta. You could do rice too if you really wanted to. Get a grain in there, maybe a whole grain wild rice or even a brown rice. So we like this soup. This is a very flavorful soup. My fiance, my partner, he really liked this one. I think I've made him this soup, and the way I work is I think almost all my recipes are a little bit different every single time because I may not have the exact ingredients that I did the last time, but I think this one turned out really, really good. Here she is.